So we did 2 days, 3 days post Tampa. It's Tuesday, it was the 6th of August.
I have no idea.
3 days after Tampa. I got second place to Dexter. Some people said I could have beaten him. That's pretty cool. So I'm looking at my pictures. There was a couple of things that stood out to me. As flat as a fucking pancake.
30 minutes.
Like a crepe, actually, not even a pancake, like even thinner. Like
That's like the European version.
yeah. A mega thin, flat.
Like really thin pancakes.
And there was something that I've noticed that whenever I kind of start drying out for a show, I lose a lot of fullness, especially in my lower body. It was more apparent. My legs were really dry and separated, but I want that thicker roundness. I'm starting to get older now. I just turned 31, so I need to start paying attention to my old man knees and hips. Like, as everyone knows, I'm strong, but who cares? It's bodybuilding, it's not powerlifting. So I have Joe Bennett, the hypertrophy coach, to teach me how to hypertrophy my legs. So we're going to do some quads today. I mean, everyone knows Joe for his training methods and his legs. Obviously, you've trained with Dallas, trained legs with Dallas, Ben, Kolsky, like a lot of guys are known for their huge legs. For me personally, it's like, I wouldn't say I have shit legs, but I want to win the Olympia one day. That's my goal. That's everyone's goal. And for that, you need phenomenal legs. And I'm very set in my ways. Ben and I train really heavy all the time, and it's given me fucked knees and not much else. So hopefully, Joe, we can fix that and learn a few things, and then hypertrophy the legs.
Yes, hypertrophy something.
Hypertrophy something.
Yeah.
So we did some legs today. What have you got planned? What do you want to do?
Well, we kind of talked already. I think I got a little bit of idea of the order and stuff that you're already doing. So, I mean, we kind of already talked a little bit about what he's been doing. And Luke's one of those guys, honestly, where I think, like, I don't know, like everybody thinks whenever I get with somebody, it's just like switch out the metal dumbbells with the pink ones and that kind of shit. But the reality is, Luke especially is honestly one of my favorite guys to work with, because the prerequisite you can't teach people is how to train hard, and you can't teach people how to want to be better. And so those are kind of the two prerequisites if I can potentially help anybody. So anything with Luke is honestly very small changes, where honestly I was just the ideas of changing the frequency of how he's training, like how often he's training, how much he can get within a session, and then just a little bit of adjustments to volume. Because I said, it's like, obviously, I mean, I think everybody kind of knows, like, in reality, Luke doesn't need a whole lot more muscle at this point in time. It's not like he needs 30 pounds of muscle. No. So he needs a little bit more muscle in the right places, which, in my opinion, comes to maybe fine-tuning his training, changing his split just a teeny bit. And then the same thing, the only other thing we're concerned about is, like he said, is keep his joints as happy along the way. So I think lower body is one of those body parts that actually warrants a little bit of a change in volume compared to some other stuff. So some of it's just going to be a matter of getting a little bit more volume in there in conjunction with training heavy. I mean, the reality is, if it's, some of it might be at least putting in his brain that he doesn't need to get heavier on certain movements, and that he can progress them just small percentages by tightening up on form, and then hopefully along the way keep the joints a little bit healthier and happier with that. Because there's not going to be changes. Like if I literally said, oh, he can squat whatever 6 plates for X amount of reps with pretty damn good form, in my opinion, the progression over the next couple of years might be the same 6 plates with a little bit tighter form. And then we just put in a little bit more, volume and work elsewhere. And it's like really, really small adjustments. So it's nothing, I don't have anything big or drastic planned. And some of it I'll be figuring out today. So even when he's asking me to help a little bit, which is great, being honest, 6 weeks out from a show, it's not like we're going to move mountains. But he knows his body and feels he can still make a little bit of progress, so we can progress and have a little bit more fullness. He's got a couple more weeks of decent calories and pretty hard training. And then more than anything, it sets a stage where maybe improve a little bit the next 6 weeks, but give him some things, obviously, to take into his next off season.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, the other thing is, as well, Ben and I talk about this a lot. You see most of the guys who have the best legs are not known for being the strongest. They all do a fuck ton of volume. And that's, we look at like Tom Platz, Ben, Kai, Flex, they all do a ton of volume. It's like you never, and that's something Ben and I have gone towards, and it has helped. But it's more just like, I need someone to get in my head and take away the things I'm emotionally attached to. Like I'm like, oh, we have to squat heavy today. We have to hack squat heavy today. This has to be heavy today. Which I used to be the same way when it came to my arm training, and I got rid of a lot of that stuff, and my arms blew up. I need to apply it, and my joints are better for it as well. So I need to start applying the same kind of thing to my legs, and it's something that I just want to do something different that's going to help me longer term in terms of my joints, longer term in terms of the actual progression and how the legs look. It's longevity now. My days of doing extreme progressive overload is over. Because in this stage, like I'm one injury away from career ending. So I can't have that. So I need to be a bit more methodical with my approach, which is why we've called it the professionals.
Right. Yeah. Yep. So that's.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna hopefully get something to learn today. Well, I've got a good feeling I'm gonna be sick. So I'm definitely gonna vomit today.
Okay. Cool.
I've just eaten a big meal. I feel like shit.
Yeah.
2-3 days post show. Got a migraine coming, so it's gonna be brilliant. I can't wait.
Nice. Yeah. You got a sore throat for a week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's fucking go.
There's that. End of interview.
There's also a pretty good background story over there. Guy, give us a wave.
Just for
The A team.
What's up, guys? I'm just taking notes in the back here.
Flex has been very kind enough to let us use his facility this week leading into Tampa.
That's why Luke came second. He could have won if he trained me, but that's a different story.
But I didn't want to go, you take 40% too, then, dude.
No, mine's actually 45.
Yeah.
I'm 45. We don't fuck around. I'm Welsh.
Well, Chris is 39.
Yeah.
But no, really appreciate your facility. It's incredible. Thank you very much.
I love having you guys around. I'm very proud of this guy, and seeing him from our Gaspari days to where he is now, it's inspiration to even me.
I actually remember someone said to me, first bodybuilder, I was this fat little dweeb. In the first year of bodybuilding, you said to me, you had a massive queue of guys, and you just looked at me and said, "This will be you one day." And I was like, I never thought it would be. It's still not, but maybe it will.
No, it's
that was quite cool.
it's for me. I love seeing good guys coming up the ranks, but then if they're British, it's even better. So we've all known this guy's potential, and now you're living it. And there's no bullshit. It's this sport, unfortunately, is full of snakes and ladders. But I genuinely want to see this guy do very, very well. I don't want him to beat me. That's a different story. I want him to do very well, but not too well. So let's not fucking get too far ahead of the game.
You be friends in 2019, but 2020 is
Open class showdown.
For me,
come back next year. He's gonna give you all the wrong advice.
Listen, I'm training with John. I want John to do all the damage in the world too. So it's just motivation for each and every one of us.
After the Olympia, then I come and I try and get in, and my key card doesn't work. He's like, "Fuck you, 2020 is my year."
We're not even allowed to talk right now. We're facing off in 6 months.
It's true. Yeah. You just threw yourself under the mix then. Right?
Yeah.
No, it's just good though. Listen, for me, surrounding myself with people who have the same mentality, iron sharpens iron, and just everybody's grinding the days out. What happens on stage, Up until that point, everybody's just doing their own thing. Everybody wants to better their own lives, better their physiques, and everybody needs to encourage themselves, just to walk, talk, and act better on the daily. So this is what this gym is about. I love having these guys here from the UK, so this is going to be their second home anytime they are in Florida. And if Luke decides to move here, then this will be his home too, regardless if I'm stepping on stage with him or not. So at the end of the day, I want to see him live his dreams as I'm living mine now, and prove to the people that have supported him that they were right, and say fuck you to the people who didn't believe in him.